Good evening. This is Okolo
And this is Patricia Sunshine
from Elite Couples.
for Life.
So the question that we just came up with together was, what would life look like if we didn't act with fear, or if you didn't act with fear, and we just simply did what we know we need to do? Do you think your life would be any different?
Ah! Yes. Are we here already? Oh, this is a hot mess. So, if I didn't have fear, what would I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'd be a totally different person.
Really?
Yeah.
Different from who you act like, or from who you really are?
I would just not I would not hold back. I just hold back because I'm kind of afraid for people to see the real me. Like, because some people would probably
All right,
judge you.
so there's something on my phone right now
Mhm.
that says, when you become the person that you're, something like when you
Yeah.
become the person you're supposed to be, it's not that you change, it's become who you really
I
are.
actually just am being myself instead
Being
of
yourself
having a
instead of
facade.
being somebody else.
You know what? I find out being somebody else is harder than being myself.
Yes!
But it's like I'm trained to do what other people want me to do, sort of. Because, it's not a good feeling. So I have to break out of that. I think all of us have to break out of that. It's like a cocoon that others have built around us.
So you're saying it's not even that we're keeping ourselves in, it's other people's expectations are keeping us in,
or
which
the way
is still
we
us.
Were raised, or
Okay, the raised, or
just
our family,
not
our
wanting to
beliefs, our
disappoint.
religion.
Yeah, it's like everybody just
Okay.
their expectations kind of build a shell around us, and we gotta freaking break out of that thing, because this is very constricting. I don't like it. But some of my own issues are part of that construct, So I have many things I'm fighting against. Other people's expectations, or my expectations, because I'm a perfectionist, and my unmet expectations of myself and others, So I have so many things that I could easily just drop them all and be like, bump it. That's easier said than done, So what am I gonna do? That only takes one decision. But if I do it piece by piece, it's like, it's
more
like
painful.
It's like ripping a Band-Aid off slowly,
We're like getting into cold water slowly.
You just gotta do it.
You just gotta jump, and then it feels better. But if you inch in, little step by step, that's the way. And then you get to a certain point, and you know which point I'm talking about, where it's like,
it's like
and then you go another few inches, and then you're like, okay, all right, it's still so good. And then it touches your stomach
when
and
it
your
gets up
chest.
here, you might as well be like, you just walking on your tiptoes. You like this,
right? You just dive in. It's
you
easier.
should have been just jumped in. I'm thinking.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I didn't have that, my mind would not be going.
So now this is something that we talked about once before, and you said you don't have it. This is not a challenge. This is just to see if you've come to a different perspective of it.
Yes.
Monkey mind.
Actually, I think I'm just always critiquing things. Because I think I know how they should be done. So
But is that the monkey mind?
That is an abundance of wisdom. That, I would say it's also, it's an abundance of knowledge first. See, because we have knowledge. A lot of us have knowledge in a lot of areas. But when we don't use that knowledge, then it means we are not letting wisdom take its root within us. So therefore we have many answers to many problems, but it's either you're going to speak on it and make yourself look like a hypocrite, if you know these things, why aren't you doing them? Or either you're just going to speak on them and show people how much you know, or either you're just gonna sit there and ponder it and like you're like, well, I know a more efficient way to do that. And so the whole time with me, it's like I kind of do feel like I know the answers, but I might not be. Maybe I'm not supposed to know the answers yet. So it's like suppressing. Always, that takes so much energy and effort, and sometimes, like, I've been taught it's not my place. I've been taught that by many people, and although I don't let that rule me all the time, it's a nagging thing. Like, I know it's there, and sometimes my opinions get me in trouble, or sometimes speaking without being asked gets me in trouble. Because I should. I mean, some people, it just seems like a know-it-all, or it's just obnoxious. So I'm spending a lot of time suppressing things, and it's so restrictive and constricting. Is it constrictive too?
Yeah.
It's like confining. Just imagine if you were like this, and some of it is because you are like this, and some of it is because others. So it's like a basket woven that I'm just now wiggling. I'm still not fully out of it. Like, when I come out of it, like, woo, I'm fly. What you got?
I think fear, I think, is one of the biggest things holding people back. And,
But what's holding you back? Or what would you do if you weren't afraid?
So I think I don't know if I've said it before, but my biggest fear is nobody showing up.
Aww. People will show up.
So.
And guess what? If they don't show up the first time, just keep doing it on a schedule.
That's right.
And eventually you're going to grow your audience. The thing is rejection. People, we don't.
So
like
I guess
to be
it's
rejected.
so maybe that is fear of rejection. And I'll just tell you, it's not like it's not rooted in something real.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out of DC,
Mm-hmm.
held a birthday party, didn't give people a lot of notice, so lack of planning.
So this actually is embedded in something that actually happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
sorry,
no,
baby. He's so wrong for that. Y'all wrong.
No, it's okay. They didn't have notice.
Bump that. That's
They had
only
families
one
and
thing.
opportunities
That's
and
only one-
everything.
Don't make excuses for that. That's trifling. Y'all could at least said, "Can you plan this on the next weekend?" It's better than just not coming to somebody's party. You know what I'm saying? They probably just didn't even say anything to you. They just didn't show up. And then when you saw them that Monday or whatever, what?
No. I wasn't living in DC.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't living in DC.
So you just
So I had a
thought-
party in DC.
So you planned a party. It was
And-
like
and-
your
and-
your homecoming.
Not a homecoming. No, I just happened to be there around my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So, but
I know
anyway.
that feeling too.
Yeah. So that there's no blame anywhere. It's just So I should say 2 people did show up.
That was good.
Yeah.
For you to just show up and be like, "Come celebrate my party. The king is here." They're like, "Come on, king,
Stop
we're
it.
gonna need you to speak more to us more often than once a year."
Once every 10 years. I ain't been back there for 20 years at that point, at
What?
least.
Oh, okay. I can
Hadn't
see how,
talked to anybody.
Yeah, but I see how that could like leave a scar.
Right. So, but what it shows is lack of planning, lack of communication, lack of responsibility. Like, those are what create that scenario. So I just need to prepare
You did that
properly.
to yourself.
Of course
And
I
then you
did.
had an idea about your self-worth based on that. But that isn't fair to you.
That's
Because
right.
they didn't show up. You're right. It's because you didn't plan. Maybe more people would have shown up. You know what I'm saying?
The 2 people who showed up, you know who you are. Shout out.
Oh, well, they can't say, or you can't say.
No, I can say, oh yeah, Asada and Zafra.
Oh,
Shout out.
That's nice. Hey, Sada and Zafra. I'm here now.
Not even like that.
It's not like they're gonna see this video. They might, but yeah. So let me see. Other than the fear of being myself, see, that's really that's a stronghold, because you know why? Because influence and authority can make you feel like me in my own natural form is wrong. Something's wrong with me. Influence, peer pressure, and authority make people feel like something's wrong with them. And it starts at childhood. Teachers, leaders, and I was already a very, very peculiar child. But come on, adults, don't make children feel some kind of way.
Oh, we gotta go.
Bye.
All right. Bye. This
I
is
need my
Okolo
charger. This is Patricia Sunshine.
from Elite Couples.
For life.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.